The main issue is in Karnataka, it's the infrastructure issues. Like in Karnataka, around 95% of the small industries are located at private industrial estates. Here, there is two agencies offering land to the industrialists. One is KIADP. They provide larger land, like for the large industries, and lands with more extent land means we have to approach KIADP. And one more land distributing corporation is there of the government, that is KSSIDC. They allot smaller plots mainly to micro and small enterprises. So these two agencies are not in a position to meet the requirements of the industrialists in the state. One is there not able to this one meet the requirement. The procedures, no, the small industries find it very difficult to follow the procedures and apply for the government land. That is why 95% of industries are situated in and around these industrial areas in private industrial estates. That what happens in Karnataka, normally those are earlier revenue belts and all, like revenue places industries are located. For them, proper infrastructure, proper road, proper other facilities are not there. But that is not coming under industrial area. All these government schemes are not applicable to such industrial estates. They have to depend on the local politicians or MLA, MP funds. They are also not giving much importance because this is not the vote bank areas, wherein industrialists are MLAs and MPs always project on the areas where they have got vote banks. That is why this infrastructure is totally neglected, not only due to paucity of funds, but also due to so many regulations and taxation also. Here in Karnataka, what happens, individual departments like BBMP, then BMPs, then Nagara Sabha, village panchayats, they have a different tax structure. There is no uniform tax structure. Industry is treated like small industry or big industry. These revenue departments are collecting huge taxes, not providing any infrastructure. That is the issue we are always fighting with the government. We also even request the government to have a separate provision of budget, separate funding for these private industrial estates, because they are the major employment provider in the state. And revenue generation wise also, the small industries situated in private estates are not lagging behind in any way. Contribution to GDP, tax collection, providing employment. But due importance is not given in the state for industries situated in private industrial estates. Sector-wise, if you say Karnataka, majorities after the IT in large-scale sector. In small industries, mainly this one engineering components are taking a larger share in the state, like CNC equipment, components, and other fabrication work, all those things. If you say Bangalore is the largest exporter to even European countries and US and all. Export-wise, Bangalore industries are doing well. But small, like subcontractors to large industries, they are always at the mercy of the large industries in terms of price, payment and all. Now recently the MSMED Act, they have amended so that any payment is delayed beyond 45 days, that income is added to the large industries. That is also helping to some extent, not in large extent. What happens, this customer, suppliers, customers relationship will not be maintained with that. If you are insisting on 45 days payment and all, they always prefer traders. That is, even though government with good intention made that law, we also demanded that. But in execution of the law, we are finding it little difficulty that some large companies are not ready to pay within 45 days, means they will not give the order. So these industries, again, whatever the law government makes, industries will suffer, even though there is a rule that interest shall be paid and all. That is when we approach the court. See, once you approach the court, relationship will be spoiled. This is the difficulty. It is not only in Karnataka, all over the country we have the same issue. And the thing is, mainly you would have heard of the TREDS platform, wherein the bill discounting can be done with the TREDS. The liability of interest, everything will be on the bankers once it is discounted. The problem is, TRED platform, these big companies should onboard, like all public sector undertakings, large industries, especially government bodies, defense establishments. Everybody should compulsorily, they made it a rule that all these larger companies and government units, they should onboard to the TREDS platform. Then what happens is a compulsory. The small players, SMEs and medium industries can discount their bill and their financial problem is solved. But TREDS platforms is there, it is like a voluntary, no compulsion, no regulation. Interested people will come there and onboard. That is not helping in large extent. What my request to the both central and state government, state government PSUs and state government entities, similar way central PSUs and central government entities, they should compulsorily onboard into the TREDS. That is why we can sell our bills and finance problem may be little bit solved. In majority of the states, arbitration we have to refer to the arbitration judiciary. Arbitratory, what happen? Arbitration, once the small industry should approach, means they have to pay fixed fees of 50,000 rupees, then percentage on the turnover. Those things, no, that is very difficult for the SMEs. Sometimes dues are very small. For 1 lakh, 50,000 dues, the standard procedure of 50,000 payment to the arbitration cell in Karnataka, it is really not making that regulation not useful to the industries. So there should be uniform policy. When we are requesting the central government, there should be uniform policy in terms of industries, SMEs from the center. One government should monitor the entire regulations to the this particular small industries. Otherwise, each state have different problems. It's very difficult to manage the industry with all these regulations. But in Karnataka, single window, all those things are there, but it is just not performing with their meaning. Single window with, we will call multiple doors. It's becoming no use that way.